Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasha, and on this channel I talk about my budgeting and debt-free journey. In this week's video, this is going to be my budget with me. I've just been paid, so I have £2,269.19 to budget out for this month. So the software that you're looking at is YNAB, which is YNAB Budget, and that's the budgeting software that I use to budget out my money. So this is where I track all my spending as well as budget out my money when I get paid. So we're going to start off with just covering a few bills that have been left that are still yet to be paid in the month of March. So anything that comes out after my pay, which is basically most things on the 28th and 29th of the month. So we'll do 164 for gas and electric. We'll do £50 into my savings account. That's just a direct debit that just goes out from one account into another. We'll do £22 for Virgin Media, £32 for water, and £17 for my life insurance. And that pretty much covers everything that needs to be budgeted in March. And as you can see, the underfunded button here is 0. Okay, so moving on into April, what I'm going to do is I'm going to budget out 200 for groceries. I'm going to add 100 for fuel. I'm going to add 100 for spending, and then £50 for dining out, and then 30 for household, and that should cover me for the month. And then in terms of bills, so until I next get paid, I need to cover my subscriptions, my Peloton treadmill, my mobile phone. I also have my Peloton bike. Let me just move that there because that comes out earlier. And then my internet. Then £60 for my gym membership, £35 for my holiday, and then £7 for appliance insurance. So that covers me until I next get paid. So that's basically all the bills that need to be covered until the next payday. And then let's see, my credit card, that minimum payment comes out beginning of April. So that is April for now. So going back into March, I need to add an extra 75 into this credit card payment, and then I think I'll do an extra payment into the Virgin credit card, and then I'll do another extra payment. I might as well make that 200 into the Barclay card, and that is it. That is everything that I wanted to cover. So for the last week of March for groceries, I'm gonna do £50. I still have £70 in fuel, so I'm just gonna leave that. Spending has 30, so I'm gonna add an extra 20 to make that 50. I won't add anything else in dining out, household, and I still have money in stuff I forgot about, which is basically a catch-all category where I just put extra money in, and then in case I forget something, I need to pull money out. That's where I usually pull it from. And that is pretty much everything. So the remaining money, 840, that's what I'm going to withdraw. And then I do some cash stuffing challenges and sinking funds that I cash stuff in cash. So I'll withdraw that money and put it in there, and then the 74p is going to go into stuff I forgot about. So my daily expenses, sometimes I use cash and sometimes I use my card. So last week I used my card. This week again, I most likely will use my card rather than cash. So that's everything covered out. And that's pretty much all my money budgeted for from my pay. Let's just make sure that there's nothing that needs to come out before I next get paid. Let's see, subscriptions. My next subscription doesn't come out until 22nd of July. So we should be good there. Okay, so what I'll also do is check out the report. So in YNAB, you can have spending reports. You can see a report that shows your net worth. And then I quite like this one, which is the income versus expenses. So I tend to look on here to see if I need to adjust how much money I'm stuffing, especially into my daily expenses, or if there's areas where I need to rein in my spending a little bit. So let's just look at the month of March. So far in March has been a very spendy month. I spent like 286 in groceries, £32 in fuel, £12 in spending. But my spending money, like if I, for example, like for dining out, I tend not to put more than £50 in dining out. So the other 100 would have come from the money that I would have had in spending, and then I just use dining. I use my spending category to cover any dining out that I do. Household, we spent 45. Other / miscellaneous. What did I buy? Probably some random stuff on Amazon. Probably some random stuff that I bought from the supermarket. And then I went to the post office. So all in all, in my daily expenses, I spent £590, which is quite high for me. So I do need to reduce that, because if I was, let's see, if I'm looking at how much did I spend, actually, it's quite a low month compared to the other months, but I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, so January I bought a Hive thermostat, so that's probably why my other / miscellaneous was quite high in January. But when I look at like my dining out compared to like January was £86, this month is 158, so that's way too much. So I definitely need to rein in the dining out this month. And then my bills, they're all the same. These don't change, they don't fluctuate. And then my non-monthly, so one of my annual subscriptions came out this month, which was for Microsoft Office. Paid some interest on one of my cards. Beauty / treatments, that was for laser hair removal. And then hobbies. So hobbies are basically, this is all Etsy purchases, which I need to rein in how much I spend on Etsy. And again, if I'm looking at the last 3 months of how much I spent on Etsy, like we're talking an average of £126. That's way too much money. So no more Etsy purchases for me, or unless if I'm spending within my spending allowance and nothing extra, because this £100 is on top of the spending that I already allocated myself. So I do need to rein in all my Etsy purchases at the moment. And then I pay £25 in parking and then £20 in gifts. So it was quite a spending month. But really it was only a spending month in terms of, let's see, like I spent 1,900 in my expenses, and half of that was my daily expenses. So I do need to rein in my dining out, because I could have done with not spending that £100 on just dining out for the month of March. But yeah, so I really do like these reports. I tend to use them just to see like what's my spending looking like. And I adjusted my grocery budget for April by just looking at the average amount of money I spent in the last 3 months on groceries, as well as how much money I spent in the last 3 months of fuel. So I adjusted because I think I was budgeting much lower than this. So I'm going to trial out 200 for the next 3 months and see if that works in terms of like my grocery, fuel and spending. And I'm trying to rein my spending in, so I've lowered that to 100. So hopefully that'll be fine. And then if we look at my net worth, so I started off negative 10,000. So we're now negative 9,882 is my net worth. And then this report just basically shows you like the different categories you're spending out of and what's the majority. So for me, like my daily expenses has been like accounted for the majority of spending that I've done, which is at least 30% of that. My bills, that's quite expected. That doesn't fluctuate, so I'm fine with that. My non-monthly, I think the only reason they were high was because I had my laser treatment this month. So usually the non-monthly expenses tend to be quite low month to month. So yeah, and then those were hotel stays, which I'm getting reimbursed by a friend. So I don't really count those as expenses, because that only just shows half of it is actually what I spent. So until I get the money, I'm not reflecting that. So yeah, so that's the reporting side of things. So basically just looking at my March overall spending. So hopefully April will look a lot better. But yeah, so that is me fully budgeted out for the month of April. So so the next video that I will be doing will be my cash stuffing video. And then yeah, so in terms of my YNAB budget, I will see you guys at the end of April, so when I budget out my April paycheck. So yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll chat to you guys in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful week so far, and I'll speak to you guys later. Bye.